Hi everyone, I'm Rohit Kumar Nerla and welcome back to my channel. In this channel, I'll talk about everything from philosophy to spirituality to history to psychology to English communication skills and persuasion skills. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and liking. I'll really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to growing this channel and making this a part of my future job, so to speak, and I'll be really grateful if you can support me in that. So, the topic of today's video is going to be NRI versus native Indians or Indian residents in terms of their English proficiency. So, um, are NRIs better than Indian residents when it comes to speaking English? So, that is something that I will cover in this topic. So why did I choose this topic in the first place? I've been an NRI for almost more than half my life. I've lived in Africa for 11 years. I've worked in Dubai for a good 4.5 years. So I could be considered an NRI of sorts. And I've recently moved to India 2 years back for my education, and I'm working here now. So I'm no longer an active NRI, but I still have friends in the NRI circles, both within and without, both within India and outside India. So, so this is a topic that uh, I keep getting. I don't normally people don't ask me this, but this is something that uh, it goes around in people's minds and everything. So that's why I'm trying to cover this. So just 2 years back when I started doing my MBA in India, a lot of people were sort of mocking me at first, saying that I'm the guy, this Rohit has this weird American or weird English accent, and uh, they thought that I was uh, condescending. They thought I was looking down on people, even though this is my normal accent. This I think it's pretty conventional Indian English accent, but still, maybe uh, at first it might have sounded a little out there for them. But anyway, later on they became used to it, and now they totally expect me to speak like this, which is fine. So, why am I choosing this topic in the first place? That's because a lot of people have this pass this judgments about NRIs, whether thinking that they speak better English than most Indian residents. And the answer to that question is that there is no right or wrong to this. There's no yes or no answer to this because it actually depends on the individual. Uh, I know that's a bit of a boring answer, but it is the truth. Um, so in my case, while I was growing up in Africa, um, I wasn't speaking in English at all with my friends. I was speaking in Hindi, even though I was studying in an English medium school over there. Um, with my friends, I was always speaking in Hindi, and but still, it was my desire to improve my English, and that's why am I consider myself to be above average at this point, but since the eighth grade, I was constantly trying to improve my English. And I remember once my dad brought a printout of 100 most common GRE words, and I remember studying it quite diligently. And so it was sort of his influence as well on me to improve my English because there's so many advantages of being uh, strong in your English communication skills. And I sort of realized that, I sort of recognized that back when I was a kid. Um, so that's why I started reading at an early age. I remember reading this book called The Power of The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz. It's sort of a self-help book, the typical uh, subconscious mind programming book. So I remember start reading that when I was in the eighth grade or the seventh grade, I believe. And after that, I constantly read a lot of self help books, and in turn, my vocabulary and my diction improved because of that. So, so that's the story in my case. Then the question is like, why do people think that NRIs are better when it comes to the English? And that is the simple answer is that it's because of the stereotypes, the common stereotypes of um, the American Indian kid or the uh, British Indian kid that we all know or met at least once in our life. If we are not met them, we've probably seen them in a mall somewhere, and they act all mighty and pompous with their slang and their accent and whatnot. And a lot of, I'm sure, a lot of Indian resident kids who probably study in Hindi medium or even in English medium, but they're so used to Hindi. When they see such kids, they'll be like, they might feel a little bit embarrassed, and they might mistakenly believe that the other person is somewhat better than them because they can speak with a better accent and they know a few more words. So I would say that that notion is highly misplaced. If you are an Indian resident and you feel embarrassed that a certain NRI kid or NRI person speaks better English than you, let me tell you that that is completely wrong on your part to believe that. And I would want you to know that there is no deficiency on your side. And it's just that the other person, the NRI person, has uh, been put in a situation where it is necessary for them to communicate in English and to make an impression. That's the only reason you might feel that they know better English than you. That's because it's out of necessity. It's not out of any desire to improve their English or desire to learn English. It's a way of life for a lot of US or UK kids, especially. But at the same time, if an adult moves to US or UK, an adult, let's say of 25 years, if he goes and starts living in US or UK, you would notice that uh, they just marginally improve. There's no significant improvements in their accent or in their diction as well. Because why? Uh, that's because they're already ingrained with uh, their English knowledge and with their English diction and with their English accent, and it's really hard to change it after a certain point. So the stereotypes that you see are these Indian kids who grew up in these in US or UK, and that's the only reason why they speak with that accent, which sort of impresses people for no reason, because it's just the accent, guys. There's no content, there's no clarity behind any of the words that they use. They're probably mostly using slangs like I wanna, I'm gonna, like oh my god, and stuff like that. It's just ludicrous to hear the content that they speak, and you'll find them find their uh, content and clarity to be quite wanting, in fact. So it's just a small video that I wanted to make on that. So if you're an Indian resident and you feel a bit embarrassed that NRI speak better than you, I would want to say that don't. It totally depends on the individual. Uh, in my case, I wanted to learn English and be better at it, and I'm still nowhere close. Like I said, I would consider myself to be above average on my best days, and on my worst days, I'm normally not able to find the right words at all. Normally, not able to even hold a conversation because I'm not able to get the correct word or get the correct phrase and stuff. So it's all about practice. It's all about the necessity. It's all about your intention to improve. So stop this whole NRI native Indian English comparison because it's pointless. The whole purpose of communication is to express yourself, not to impress the other person. So that's it. That's the little tidbit from today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. And as you can see, like even while making this video, I'm like stuttering sometimes, or like I'm at loss for words because I don't want to like really prepare a script. I just note down like few points and I want to talk impromptu on those points. So so even I'm improving despite staying outside India for so many years. So I hope you found this video to be informative, and I will see you in my next video where I'll talk about anything that comes to my mind. So stick around, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you in my next video.